Oh, hey. Morning. I'm watching Shark Week while I'm doing this. TGIF. What's up, y'all? How you doing? In my head, it's like shaped like a triangle. Alright. Alright, y'all. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Today is going to be another awesome, friendly, and swagtastic, what I call it, speech, motivational thingy-dingy, or however we go. I hope everybody has their surfboards, or whatever they ride, you know. As long as it's peaceful, we're in the ocean, you know, there's no SUVs or anything, there's no Hummers, you know, we don't believe in any of that. There's not even choppas, unless it's a choppa, like a tent. T-tent, Tarzan Tunisia. It's, you know, we're in the water, baby. We're in the ocean, so bring your floaties. If you can't really swim, we'll look out for each other. Hope bad speed, make sure no one drowns and whatnot. And, hope you have your surfboards or skim boards. Remember the skim boards? Or like, a boogie board. There you go. And, tubes or anything. Just jump in there. Hopefully you got some clothes on. If you're naked in the water, it's all good. You know, you can go swimming naked in the water if you want to. No judgment. Me and my wife know about that. Any users? Caribbean Prince here. I went back to being Caribbean Prince because Caribbean King felt weird. Just rolling off the tongue when I rap and stuff. Like, I like the Prince better because, I don't know, there's only one king, and that's the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So, like, also I was like, you know, it's cool. Not like a prince, like, just a princess. I'm like, you know, like, we all are kings and queens, princes and princesses, you know, like, seriously, it's not a joke. We really are. And, you know, have some respect and love for yourself. And God gives us that right, you know. Treat yourself, baby. Treat yourself. I mean, yeah. Of course, I'm also the beat loco, nothing but love, lots of it. Today's gonna be just a little bit about like hiking. If you're military personnel or anybody can hike. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm thinking of hiking and training for the Marine Corps because I'm a Marine as well, like I said in the past. But also just hiking or traveling, whether you have like a travel pack, like a small, like a fanny pack, travel pack like what I have sometimes, or like a big pack, you know, size matters for like, you know, what's in your big pack and stuff like that, and how you should. I'm a really good hiker. Like, I've hiked in many different environments, not only for the Marine Corps, but also for camping and stuff like that, even like with my buddies or with my girl. And hydration stuff, what you should put in it, stuff like that, and taking care of your feet. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, yep, get your coffees or whatever you want. For my new routine, I'm gonna start only going to church on like Saturdays and Sundays. So definitely Sundays for sure, because I've been going every single day, and that's like a lot for me, honestly, because I already do a lot with this, and family life, and my workouts, and of course, just regular me time, my son time, family time, my wife time, us time, leisure activity. Like, I'm kind of getting low on that because, you know, I go to church every single day, so I'm gonna start going just for everybody to know, probably just on like Saturdays and Sundays or whatever. And also because they don't really sing too much on the. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying they don't really sing on the weekdays and stuff, and I like it when we sing and all that, and like it's longer too. And like on the regular weekdays, it's just like short. And, I don't know. Just that's what I'm doing right now. I just thought I should say that. I like to keep everybody in the loop because that's part of us. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, so with that being said, I don't think I'm gonna do these on Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know. We'll just keep going with the flow. All right, my bad. All right. Anyways, so for people who or anybody hiking. So feet. Take care of your feet. I remember one time, there's this one time we went to the rifle range, right, for the Marine Corps. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's driving me crazy. It was like the last time I went in my career. Like, I've been many times to the rifle range. But like, it was this one time, dude. At Fort CEB, I think we went to either Gunpowder or Camp Lejeune, the usual, what we usually do, North Carolina or Gunpowder, Maryland. I've been to AT, active duty training is AT, for people who don't know. Your 2 weeks of active duty training. When you do reservist or regular active duty, you can get activated for active duty for 2 weeks, where you do. So this is like that also. That's not just for the 2 weeks. You can also do that for like a lot of times for CB, when you're a reservist or National Guard, you do like 3, 4, 5. You do, and you go away, and you stay intense, and you do field, and that's pretty much you're activated. Every time you drill or whatever, you're activated. So it's really not even, I don't know why they even call it reservist or National Guard. You're pretty much still active duty. You're just like part-time. But you're not really part-time, because like I said, you also do school and family stuff, and you have a civilian job as well. So I've talked about that in the past. So there's this one guy, right, and it goes back to like what my Pop Hon always used to say too. Like, always take care of your feet. And this one guy, he was like, I don't know. I hope he was doing. Now that I think about it, I hope he was all right. And no one like said anything to him. It was like this newer. No one really knew him. It was like the sergeant, and it was raining. You know, there was times in the field where it would rain and whatnot. And, you know, sometimes I even would be doing the snow or the cold, whatever. When you're in the field, you're in the field. It was a rifle range. We were in the field, and it was freaking raining like all drill, all range. It was like my last one when I was a corporal, and it was we do rifle range every year. You know, you got to re-up or do your shooting every year. So it was like the last year I did it before I got my my contract was done as a corporal and stuff. And like all my buddies were already, a lot of them were already getting out and all that. So like, and I actually did it. I had broken ribs while I was doing it. I broke my ribs that year. That year I graduated, that year my son was born, I also broke my ribs. I think it was like doing PT or work or something. I broke like one of my ribs, the false, like the rib up here, and like it still kind of hurts me every now and then. That's why like you see me doing that all the time. It doesn't hurt me like really bad, but it's still like healing. It doesn't hurt, but actually it does kind of hurt, honestly. Yeah, it does. Not really bad, but it ain't nothing but a thing. Pain is weakness leaving the body. I'm good. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? There's worse stuff out there. Can you guys hear me? Alright, cool. So I did that. I shot expert every year, but like that year, because I was doing with a broken rib, you gotta shoot with the rifle range. You gotta do 100, 200, and then 300 yards, and then you do 500 yards, which is the big D. And I always shot expert, which is top. But this one, the first round or the first go around, you do the range. I didn't shoot that good because I had a broken damn rib, and you gotta lay down too in the prone position. And you also got to, of course, stand up. You know, I always did, everybody knew dump shot because I always poked out, I did my butt, poked out, and I shot really good. Use my flexibility, you know, you got to do what you got to get that target. And of course, we did the knee, and everybody loved it, the sit down. So, I did I was doing the prone position. That motherfucker hurt like a bitch. And plus, we were sleeping in tents. Could you imagine? Just had a fresh broken rib, too. It was like fresh broken. And like, I think I told them that, I did, and they said I still gotta go and all that. And I just got promoted to corporal. I was like, alright, this is big time. I just, like, if I didn't just get promoted to corporal late, or you know, but I just got promoted to corporal, I just became a young father. I know I was getting ready to go out and all that. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta go. Like, for some reason, God wants me to, even though I had a effing broken rib and that, they all would have understood. Every damn person would have understood if I had to stay back in the headquarters, HNS, or just got excused for drill, which you can do that, of course, especially for injuries and life habits, like what I talked about before, of course. Keep good communication, of course. I'm a corporal. Keep good communication with everybody. We learn that stuff from basic, and that goes on up until you're old and gray, silver Fidelis. Always faithful. We all stick together. Once Marine, always a Marine. So like, I was freaking. It was hurting, and like and then I'm gonna mention my staff sergeant. I'm not gonna say his name and all that, but my awesome staff sergeant, he would work with me with the book, and I told him too. I was like, yeah, kind of have a. Actually, I don't think I did, because I was just got promoted to corporal, so you know how it is. USMC Semper Fidelis. Now I'm talking about it because it's after the fact, and I proved it to them, which is very important for U.S. Marines. We look out for each other always, but of course I proved it to myself and God and my girl too, all that good stuff. I got put on a little bit of show off for my girl, but no, and like but I brushed it off, because I didn't shoot that good because I had a damn broken rib, and that's weird for me. Everybody's like, whoa, what's going on with Dumpsha? But I didn't want to say anything because I knew if I said anything about a broken rib or anything, I'm not good, it's all good. Then I wouldn't have gotten in trouble, but like other people would have got chewed out, and I didn't want no one to get chewed out, man. I look out for my higher ups, and I look out for everybody. And plus, I was already there, and I just got promoted to corporal, and I could do it. I knew I could pull it through, so I did. And he worked with me, and I didn't mention anything about my broken rib, but long story short, on that last day before leaving the range, I shot like high up, as I usually do, expert, like one of my best ever, and my rib is still kind of sore, but my body got used to it. So pain is weakness leaving the body. So like, I don't know, I guess from doing that prone position and actually, doing that as a Marine, kind of like Rambo, like fighting through it, or like Ray Lewis when he was playing in a tour and tricep and he won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl, his last run, 2013. There's something about that makes you stronger. It really does. Pain really is weakness leaving the body. Broken damn rib at the rifle range, and I fought through it, and I shot one of the highest. And I hope they watch this, because that's true. It's a true story. Hoorah! Thank you. That's why I had the ball in my mouth. I was like toasting all that good stuff, and I was like, there's some miracles going on. I didn't let y'all know, but yeah, I did all that with the help of all of us and fellow Marines. And I still, of course, my last one, I shot that highest expert. But it was just funny how that worked. So, I don't know, where am I going with this? Oh, so, but there was a guy there, and it was raining, and he was sitting in he was standing in the rain, and he said it because it felt good, and he was barefoot, and we were in the field. We weren't at headquarters. There wasn't showers, and he was standing there. Of course people were wondering like what the hell he was doing. I think finally a higher up, a first sergeant or something came in and said, put your fucking shoes on. Excuse my French. Put your socks on. What are you doing? Dumbass. Sorry to be mean, but fucking what the fuck? Put your shit on. I think finally someone told him. But he was standing there for like hours, like just with no shoes and no socks in the freaking pouring down rain. It's cold as fuck. So, long story short, we took accountability of him, and we told him to fix his shit. Like, what the hell? He said it because it felt good. It's like, dude, the long run, bro. Like, that is the stupidest fucking thing. Take care of your shit, bro. So, I mean, he fixed himself. I guess he did good. I don't know. So, when you're hiking and stuff, make sure you get good. It's as simple as this. You don't gotta get the terrain. Sometimes I'm gonna start doing it. Even in my second workout or a small workout, a walk, because I do a run, my vigorous workout, and then I'll do like a nice ruck with my big pack, my backpack, or my travel pack, and I put stuff in it. So stuff you should put in it. You can put anything in it if you're just doing it in the town area, neighborhood area, which a lot of people do. I see a lot of people do that. Like living in you don't gotta live at Fort Meade or Orange Station to do that. Of course, it's America. Just back it up, and of course I wouldn't wear boots, but a lot of people wear boots. But on the hard road, I wouldn't do that. I would just wear like regular, comfortable tennis shoes, some nice tennis shoes for that. So that's important. And of course, socks, clean socks, all that good stuff. And always, just in case, put them in your bag, no matter how long you go. And then if you're doing longer ones. I've hiked up and down, from Camp Lejeune, South Carolina, that terrain, of course, for training, active duty training, Fort Lee. So I know about terrain, I know about the field, and of course, that's when you wear your nice boots, combat boots. They're called combat boots. They're just, nice work boots. They're nice. If you got a spare, you always bring your spare just in case, depending on how old they are and whatnot. I remember my old pair of 2013. They got so beat up. The ones we wore from, I don't have them anymore. I think I gave them away. They still were nice though, I think. Now they started getting holes in it, of course. But then they gave me like a newer pair for NCO because you earn it. It's part of it pretty much. I still have those. I still use. Like when I still ruck, it's called, Army calls it ruck, or R-U-C-K, but hike, Marines call it hike, H-I-K-E. So this is more, I guess, for like military or civilian people who want to do the military, or you just want to do it. You don't got to be military, guys. Just saying, like, no one cares, dude. Like, you're good, like, do it, man. No one's gonna like talk crap and like say, oh, you're not military, you can't do that, or dude, don't do that. Don't be mean, guys. Don't be mean. Especially to children and kids and like people coming up and growing up. Like, that's the meanest thing to do. I really hope no one does that. Like, don't judge. Don't be one of those people who be like false valor. Don't do that, man. Please. Like, you can see it in me. Like, I'm thinking about it. Like, that's sad. Like, imagine someone doing that to your son or daughter. Don't do that. All right. Thank you. If it's not for me, do it for the woman, and do it for Jesus, and do it for the kids. All right. Like what Wishbone says. If we can't treat ourselves, then let's change the kids. Change the world. Bones Dogs in Harmony. That's another thing. I always bring my headphones, man, when I'm working out or hikes. Always. Because it makes the hike feel better. Especially when you're getting sore and all that in the legs. Another thing. I would not, of course, be smart. Depending on how much is in your pack, I wouldn't sprint or run. Be careful, do nice walking. Hiking is all about like feeling good while you're out there too, and taking. So like, measure your steps out. Definitely don't rush. When you're out there working out, doing vigorous training, or even walking, fast walking, you can do all that because you don't have a pack. But when you have a pack and all that, that's what the beauty of rucking and hiking. It's just going at your own flow. And no one can say anything because you have a pack. No one can be like, hey man, why aren't you going 4%? Why aren't you putting in more effort? No one can do that because it's about your comfort, but of course safety first, about your health and all that good stuff. With that said, load up on water bottles, whatever you have, Gatorade bottles, liquids. I would put in a couple protein bars in there, towels for sweat and all that good stuff. Maybe like a change of shirt or a change of, if need be, boxers, drawers, whatever. Notepad or pen if you want to write anything down. If you're, a photographer, camera, put it in like a plastic bag in case it rains and all that stuff. Same with your phone, technology and stuff. With that being said, be careful with all the technology stuff. Put it in a plastic bag, maybe double wrap it and all that good stuff when it rains or weather-wise, or even in the hot weather, the sweat, the humidity will affect it. Excuse me. Shit. Oh, dang, exciting, That's if you're out there, of course. If you're in the shit. I was messing around. Cellular phone, all that good stuff for anybody. For anybody. Family, we're all family members. We all are accounted for anybody. In case of emergency. Anybody at all. In case heat stroke, in case anything, guys. Or in case somebody, hey, first aid and CPR, where you guys at? In case, something happens, you're laying on the ground, it's someone that will come in and see you, and they can go through your phone and stuff, and they'll find your phone to help you out, and they can call 911 using your phone, or whatever, or find out your contacts, and they'll take care of you, and ambulance will come and all that, or whatever, how it works. I'm also certified, and I can help you guys. Everybody's certified, if you ask me, because in CPR and first aid, you know what I'm saying? Especially if someone's dying. Like a hero I know, I love you guys, neighbor. If something happens and someone needs CPR, real quick, everyone becomes a first aid CPR and help aid, when it gets down to it. I don't know, but it depends on how bad their mouth is. That's me, of course, if it's a Marine, that's a whole different story. Health, that's what I'm talking about. Like, they're like, you never to know what kind of shit, you know, if they have leprosy or I don't know. That's what I think too, because I think about the whole thing. Sorry to get sorry to get into all that, but I say everything. Okay, so notepad, pens. Yeah. Oh, if you're doing like a nice picnic, you know, you know, a little plastic bag, you know, your little cooler, all that good stuff. Don't bring a whole lot. You know, you're not, unless you're doing lunch and dinner, and that's what it is. It depends on the person. Make sure, once again, like everything, like that's what health and exercise is, personal training. Know yourself, know you and what you need and all that good stuff. And you know yourself better than anybody. So that's pretty cool. Shades, glasses, and all that cool stuff. You want to look cool for the Ray-Bans. You know, this future's so bright, you gotta wear shades, all that cool stuff. Bible if you're, you know, I don't know, a little Bible if you're religious, all that good stuff. Or if you're into different stuff, not a Bible or whatever. You know, reading material. Bada bing, bada boom. Reading material. That's, yeah, so as you can tell, you measure out the balance of needs, just like if you're going away for college, the needs and the wants for hiking and running. And that's for what you put in it, and of course what you wear, cold weather, dress accordingly, layers, hotter weather, take that shit off, because you do not want to overheat or sweat, and so, yeah. That's very important, especially in this summer weather. This is good for the summer. Hot weather here in America. I would say, you know, the bandanas work. Even when I work out or playing sports back in high school, I always wore for my football cap, you know, for sweat. You know, it's not to look cool or anything like that. It's good. It keeps the sweat from getting in your eyes, because that shit stings. So hats, sun visors, you know, cool cowboy hats or whatever, the farmer hats to help all that. Of course, the sun too, sun lotion. No matter the color, really. You know, I still use that too. Doesn't matter what color you are, it protects, sun protection. Lotion, you know, maybe lip balm or whatever. I don't really need that because my lips are already really juicy and wet. You know, extra pair of socks, of course. Watch, if you have a watch. Of course, you have a phone, use that as a watch, same thing. Let's see. Of course, you don't need car keys, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Use your legs. What else did I want to say about that? Stay on the side of the road, be careful with that. Of course, but if you do go in the middle of the road or whatever, you do have the right of way. Drivers go around you. They don't, depending on where you are, neighborhood, park, wherever. You always have the right of way. That's, what's that, guys? Common sense. Looking out for each other and all that good stuff. You're the one out there. There's something with the suntan lotion I wanted to say. Bandanas, or you can call them do-rags or whatever, sleeves, what's called headbands, you know, sweatbands, there you go, sweatbands for when you're sweating too, because sometimes hats don't do it. So like sometimes I work out with this hat, plus I don't want to ruin my nice hat too, you know, I take care of our hats, and if you put it in the washer too much it might get damped over time, so that's why I don't really work out my hats really. I know a lot of people do, cool, you know, whatever, we all have our style, you know, don't judge. I don't judge at all, ever. I'm just saying, but I use like headbands, sweatbands. You know. Even when I have short hair, it doesn't matter what, the hair really don't matter, it's just hair. Like, I could have a high and tight and I would sweat just as much. You know, if anything, the hair helps. And then some headbands, of course. It also helps keep my headphones on too. Me personally, whether it be, what's it called, the wireless ones or the wired ones. That's another reason why I do that. That's a fun fact about me. Take care of your feet, of course. So with that being said, don't go out there too long. So I'm very I have experience in hikes. This is important. Take breaks. Take breaks. Sit down. You know, about 30 minutes into the hike, or maybe less. Do 15-20 minutes into the hike. Take a break. Sit down. Make a phone call. Fuck with your phone. Shoot my French. Have a nice snack. Hydrate. Go through your pack. Make sure everything's all good. Check yourself. Make sure you still look good and all that good stuff. Say holla to a hot girl next door. That's a joke. Or a guy if you're a girl. You know, go ahead. I'm married. I'm just saying. It's America. 10 Commandments. You know, do a prayer, change a song, take breaks throughout. And for length, I would say it can go anywhere from like 30 minutes, guys, to like 3 hours, depending on how you feel. If you want to keep going, you know, you got that. You know how they have runner's high, which is a real thing. They have the hiking high. Maybe you want to keep going, so do that. Just be careful. Don't go too like far out from your home position or your car position from wherever you are, because you know people get lost and all that stuff no matter where you are. So that's another thing. Always have your compass. They have a compass on the phone as well, and know your whereabouts. All right, know your whereabouts. Know where you are, your environment, and people around you and all that stuff. Be careful. And then animals are a whole different thing. Be careful with the animals, wild animals and stuff like that. It's a whole different story there, brother. I don't want to get into that. I'm Tarzan Tanisha. I love animals no matter what, you know, but that's a whole different story. I don't want to get into that because that's Mother Earth, man. That's you. That's Bear Grylls shit. That's that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, with the bear and shit. That's their territory, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so good luck with that. Well, of course, it depends on where you are. So be weary of that. Alert, all that good stuff. Plan ahead and enjoy it. The whole point of all this, enjoy it. It's for health and exercise. It's to get some sun, some vitamin C, some vitamin D, to do something outside the house, or you know, of course, step out of that comfort zone. Go with the flow, and also don't do vigorous. Don't go too hard when you're doing the hikings, no matter what, with the weight in the pack. It's about pace. It's pretty much like a nice slow walk, just with gear or whatever you have, your stuff. Wherever you go, in a park, in a neighborhood, in a military base, in the jungle. So yeah, plan accordingly. And then, of course, the hygiene afterwards is for everything. Wash your feet. So take care of your feet. Wash your whole body, use soap. That's for everything. And then, of course, I would wash the gear as well, whether it be just cleaning it with bleach, wipes, whatever. If it's bad, if it's not bad, then don't waste your time. It's just outside stuff. Common sense. Use that nose of yours that God gave you. It smells like, you know, like, hygiene, clean the stuff. And then, for distance-wise, that's what I want to talk about. Careful with that. Don't go too far. Make sure you take breaks. And the same thing with the length, distance, the time and distance. You'll get better over time. I remember when I first went into the Marine Corps in 2013, we would start out in South Paris Island. We would start out with our day packs, and they would work us out. They would train us, of course, and we would do like 5Ks, which is like 5 miles or so. And then we would, throughout time, the 3 months of the USMC boot camp, we were up to our big packs, big old ones with a lot of shit in it, but we were good because we trained it. They train us for it. They don't just throw us out there. This is USMC stuff, sorry guys. Excuse my French, of course, too. And we had our rifles as well, too, throughout time. And it would get longer, all the way up to the crucible. It would go to like 15 Ks, which is a lot. And of course that would be, but the length is always kind of, the timing was always kind of the same though, anywhere from like 30-45 minutes to like 2 or 3 hours with breaks. So remember all that stuff too. It's really simple. Hiking and rucking is just pretty much going with yourself and how you feel, or your loved one, or whoever too. That's why I'm gonna start doing it more myself as a civilian. Just because I'm a civilian now, I'm still a veteran, of course, but I'm gonna start doing that more myself. Not every single day, but like mixing that into my PT workout routine too. And that's why I just did this as well, because I wanted to start doing that myself, and then maybe I'll help another person out there who's like, oh hey, you know what, I still have a veteran or whoever you are, I still have my pack, you know, or even if you don't, I still have a school pack, I have something that sounds good. Maybe I'll go on I'll get a playlist out and put on some Marine Corps cadences or a song, whatever, some nature music therapy. That'd be nice. And go out there. It's therapeutic too. What is this personal training? It's helping people physically, of course, spiritually, mentally. All this stuff makes you the top or balance on that nice comfort, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So that will all help. So maybe it'll help someone, boy, girl, whatever. Get it back into refresher for hiking or rucking, or just any civilian out there, or a youngin out there who wants to do the military, you know. And there's also online resources too. And of course, I talked about the glow belt before. The glow belt is a safety belt, you know, people use when they're the crossroad people. Anybody can use that, especially when you're working out. Not in the middle of the daylight, because obviously you're right there. But if you choose, we've done night hikes as well, and or morning when it's still early out, especially if you get up early like me, 4 a.m. Wear bright colors, neon, whatever, or a glow belt. I don't have mine anymore. It's fine because I don't do it. If I did it, and if it became a problem, if I got hit by a car, if it were someone, you know, I would get it. But I don't need to personally. But for people who do, especially on military bases or wherever you are in the city, you gotta be careful with cars, man. Wear a glow belt, safety belt, strap it on your back, your backpack, or your body, so it is visible. The bright glow belt. I don't do that, obviously, because I don't need to. But that's for it when it's dark out, whether it be morning or night. I don't recommend bringing coffee. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. That's the thing, when you do your picnic or when you're having your lunch or whatever, bring your beverages, you know, that's on you. Just make sure you mix it in good with water. You always balance that out with hydration, water. And have fun and be safe. Use always, also, a lot of things, common sense, always use common sense. Don't go too hard. Like me, sometimes I go too hard. If you do, be careful. Don't want any heat casualties or casualties of falling out. It's called falling out. It's just pretty much if you pass out or something and it's an emergency. So be careful with that. You don't always know. God's got you, but you also got to, 911 just in case. You know what I'm saying? They'll come to you. But that's why they're there. That's why they're there as well. I don't think you can do the bat signal. Or, you know what I'm saying? Those are the real life superheroes. And nurses, law enforcement, the health people, teachers, firefighters, health, ambulance people, hospital doctors, all that good stuff. Those are the real life superheroes. Real life ones. It's real. So utilize that. Because you need to. That's why they're there. They're here to help, serve, and protect, and all that good stuff. Trust me, they know their job, and they're gonna take care of you. Oh, and military personnel too. I guess we're heroes too, right? You know, it's cool. It's cool. Right. So with that being said, this is gonna be a cool little video. I'm just gonna title it. We just done hiking, rucking, traveling, tips and hints. A lot of stuff's common sense. But hey, you never know out there. That's what I'm saying. I could think like this is all common sense and stuff, but that's not true at all. Because that's just because I have experience. That's because I've done it all before. I've done it, but that doesn't mean that means the opposite. That means I gotta help and use my voice and tell other people about that and be a teacher. Which is exactly what I'm doing now, and not just sit here and be like, oh, you should know that, to any average Joe or Dan, in the world, because they don't know. They're not. They haven't done it. So that's why I'm here to do that in a very cool, awesome way. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Have fun and be safe and stay cool in this weather, dude. Alright, and stay hydrated and stuff as well. Who am I? Alright, I'm starting to play back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so, let loose, live free, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all out there, see you around, and keep enjoying life, man. And keep it simple, keep it cool. Adios, amigos, amigas. Hasta la vista. See ya. Take care of your feet. And I'm gonna start doing hiking and stuff too. Probably. Alright, see ya.